Hello everyone. Today we have to solve problems on simplex method. This is example number 2. Solve the following LPP by simplex method. Maximize z is equal to 4x1 plus 3x2 plus 6x3 subject to 2x1 plus 3x2 plus 2x3 less than or equal to 440. 4x1 plus 3x3 less than or equal to 470. 2x1 plus 5x2 less than or equal to 430. Here x1, x2, x3 greater than or equal to 0. Z is objective function and subject to first inequality, second and third. These three inequalities are known as constraints. x1, x2, x3 are known as decision variables. These three decision variables are greater than or equal to 0 and constraints are having less than or equal to inequality. This is objective function and three constraints. Now we have to express given linear programming problem in terms of standard form, and to get this problem in its standard form, we have to remember 3 points. Number 1 point, to solve problems on simplex method, that problem must be maximized type. And point number 2, right hand sides of each constraint must be non-negative. And point number 3, get the objective equation and three equations from three constraints by replacing this less than or equal to inequality by equal to sign. Okay, remember these 3 points to get its standard form. Okay, let us move towards step number 1 to express given LPP in its standard form. In step number 1, this objective function gives one equation and that equation is known as objective equation. Taking all these three terms which are appearing on right hand side, take these terms on left hand side, changing their signs. Okay, and here there are three constraints. Each constraint gives, but that equation we can form adding slack variables on left hand side of each constraint and replacing less than or equal to inequality by equal to sign. So in first constraint we have to add slack variable s1, replace this less than or equal to sign by equal to sign, which gives first equation. In second constraint x2 is absent, so you can add here 0 times x2 and add slack variable s2 in second constraint, replace less than or equal to inequality by equal to sign, then this second constraint gives second equation. Now in third constraint x3 is absent, so you can add here 0 times x3 and add slack variable s3, replace less than or equal to sign by equal to sign and get third equation from third constraint. In this way, in objective equation we have to add three slack variables because we are using three slack variables for three equations. Okay, three slack variables we have to add in objective equation with 0 coefficient, means each slack variable is having 0 coefficient, 0 s1, 0 s2, 0 s3. Okay, this is objective function. Now taking all terms which are appearing on right hand side, take all terms on left hand side, that gives objective equation. Z minus 4x1 minus 3x2 minus 6x3 minus 0s1, either you can take minus sign or plus sign, doesn't matter because coefficient is 0. Minus 0s1 minus 0s2 minus 0s3 is equal to right hand side is 0. So this is objective equation. And then this constraint gives first equation, adding slack variable s1 on left hand side, replacing this less than or equal to sign by equal to sign. That equation will be this one, 2x1 plus 3x2 plus 2x3, s1 with coefficient 1 is added plus s2 with 0 coefficient and s3 with 0 coefficient, and right hand side is 440. Okay, similarly from second constraint you should get second equation, that will be 4x1 plus 0 times x2 plus 3x3 plus 0 times s1 plus 1 times s2. In second constraint we are adding slack variable s2 with coefficient 1 plus 0 times s3 and less than or equal to inequality is replaced by equal to sign and right hand side constant term is 470. Similarly from third constraint we should get third equation by adding slack variable s3 with coefficient 1. So from third constraint equation will be 2x1 plus 5x2 plus 0 times x3 plus 0 times s1 plus 0 times s2 plus 1 times s3, less than or equal to inequality is replaced by equal to sign, so right hand side 430. So these are four equations, or we can say standard form of given linear programming problem. Let us move towards step number 2. In step number 2 we have to prepare a simplex table. So this is simplex table. This 0 represents 0th iteration. Now in this simplex table, first column to represent iteration number, and for each decision variable there will be one column according to number of decision variables and number of slack variables which we are using, and one column for RHS, one column for ratio. This is 0th iteration. Okay, so you can see here coefficient of x1 is -4 in this objective equation. So you can put here coefficient of x1, that is -4, coefficient of x2 is -3, coefficient of x3 is -6, then coefficients of s1, s2, s3 are 0, 0, 0, and right hand side is 0. Now coefficients of first equation which is obtained from first constraint, coefficient of x1 is 2, we can put here, coefficient of x2 is 3, coefficient of x3 is 2, coefficient of s1 is 1, coefficient of s2 is 0, coefficient of s3 is 0, and constant term is 440. Now coefficients of second equation which is obtained from second constraint. So coefficient of x1 is 4, you can put here, coefficient of x2 is 0, coefficient of x3 is 3, coefficient of s1 is 0, coefficient of s2 is 1, and coefficient of s3 is 0, and constant term is 470. So this is s2 row. Now similar to this next row, now coefficients of third equation which is obtained from third constraint. Coefficient of x1 is 2, we can put here, coefficient of x2 is 5, put here, coefficient of x3 is 0, put here, coefficient of s1 is 0, s2 is 0, and coefficient of s3 is 1, and constant term is 430. In this way, 0th iteration table is prepared. Now, in this table, we have to find out key column and key row. In simplex method, you have to remember, always find key column first, okay, and then find key row. So, to get the key column, you have to find out most negative number from zth row, this row, from this row. So, most negative number is this one, -6. -6 is appearing in x3 column. So this column is known as key column. So in case of simplex table, first we have to find out key column by using most negative number from z row, and then we have to divide each number which is appearing in right hand side column by key column element. Here 440 we have to divide it by 2, 470 we have to divide it by 3, and 430 divided by 0, and then whatever may be the calculated values you have to put in ratio column, and then from ratio column you have to find out least positive number, means smallest positive number, and that number, if it lies in ith row, then that ith row will be key row of that table. This x3 column is key column. We can represent like this. Key column is highlighted. Now we have to find out key row. So that what we have to do? Dividing 440 by key column element 2. This gives 220. And now divide 470 by this number 3. This gives 156.67. Then divide 430 by 0. That gives infinite. So at this place denote it by dash. Don't put infinite. Okay. So least positive number is 156.67 because 220, this number is greater than this number, and this number lies in S2 row. So this row is key row, this column is key column, and this number 3 is intersection of key column and key row. So this element 3 is known as key element or pivot element. We have to represent highlighting the key row. So this is key column, and this is key row, and this is key element. Now we have to move towards iteration number 1. In iteration number 1, we have to take this column as it is, because in key row there is 0 here which lies in S1 column. Here also in key row this element is 0 which lies in X2 column. So X2 column also we have to take as it is. Then S1 column also we have to take as it is, and then S3 column also we have to take as it is. There is no change in any element from X2, S1 and S3 columns. Taking these 3 columns as it is in iteration number 1. Now in key column here this element is 0 and this element lying in S3 row. So in first iteration this S3 row also we have to take as it is without any change in any element. Okay. This row also we have to take as it is in first iteration. So total 1 row and 3 columns we have to take as it is in first iteration, as well as we have to take all these elements which are appearing in key row in first iteration, but one small change will be there. Divide each element of this row by this key element, means in first iteration there will be number 4 divided by 3, 0 divided by 3, 3 divided by 3, 0 divided by 3, 1 divided by 3, 0 divided by 3 and 470 divided by 3. Okay, means this row also with small change we have to take in first iteration. So taking this column, this column, this column, this row and this key row in first iteration, we have to prepare table and then actually remember this point, all the elements from this 0th iteration we have to take in first iteration, but remaining elements we have to put on another place for doing calculations. Okay, one more most important change will be there in first iteration. This S2 slack variable will be replaced by decision variable x3. Meaning of this is what? X3 is incoming variable and S2 is outgoing variable. Okay, means replace S2 by X3 in first iteration. So from 0th iteration we have taken X2 column as it is because of this 0 appearing in key row, then S1 column as it is appearing this 0 in key row, as well as this S3 column as it is because of this 0 appearing in key row in first iteration, as well as this number 156.67 as it is, and S3 row also taken as it is, which contains elements 25000 430. So here also 25000 430. So this row, this column and this column is taken as it is, and from 0th iteration, you know, each element or each number from key row we have to divide it by key element 3. So 4 divided by 3 is taken here, 0 divided by 3 is taken here, then 3 divided by 3 is 1, 0 divided by 3 is 0, 1 divided by 3 is here, and then 0 divided by 3 is here 0, and then 470 divided by 3, that gives 156.67. So in this way these elements we have taken from 0th iteration. Now remaining elements, which are, this is -4 and this is 2, we have to take -4 and 2 here, -4 2, then -6 2 we have to take here, -6 here 2. So we can write -6 and here 2. Then these two elements 0 0 we can write here 0 in upper line and here also 0 in upper line. Okay, then these two elements 0 and 440 we have to put here in upper line, 0 and 440, means we have taken all elements from 0th iteration table in first iteration table. Okay, now in key column with respect to this key element we have to reduce this element to 0, this element to 0. We want here 0, so what we have to do? +6, opposite of -6 is +6 into key element like this. Okay, now same operation we have to use here also, but key row element will be this one. So we can put here -4 +6 into, right like this. Okay, +6 into, and here also +6 into. Similarly, to reduce this element to 0 with respect to this element, its opposite element is -2, so we can write here -2 into. Okay, and here also -2 into, and here also -2 into, and in this case also -2 into. Okay, these elements we have to find out by calculating. Now take this column, key row element is 4/3. Here you have to put 4/3. Here also we have to put 4/3. Now here key row element is 1, so you have to take here 1 and you have to take here 1. Here key row element is 1/3, so you can write here 1/3, this 1/3. Then here 156.67 is key row element, you can put here 156.67, and here also 156.67. Now use calc and get the values by using calculator. Okay, and whatever may be the value of this, put here, value of this, put here, value of this calculation, put here, value of this calculation, put here. Similarly, value of this calculation, put here, value of calculation, put here, value of calculation, put here, value of this calculation, put here. Okay, and then using eraser rough the calculation part, means which we have done by using pencil. That calculation part you have to rub by using eraser. So after calculation by using calculator, we get these values: 4 here, -2/3 here, 0 0 2 -2/3, and this 940 and this 380 divided by 3. Okay, table is prepared. Now we have to find out key column and key row for this table. Okay, now concentrate on elements lying in zth row. From from Z row we have to find out most negative number. Most negative number is -3. Okay, meaning of this, x2 column is key column. This x2 column is key column. Okay, now we have to find out key row. So these elements lying in RHS column, divide each element by key column element. Means 380 divided by 3 divided by 3, 156.67 divided by 0, 430 divided by 5. Whatever may be the values, put in ratio column. So this value becomes 380 divided by 9. Then this value, this will be infinite, and you can put here dash. And 430 divided by 5, that gives 86. Okay. Now we have to find out least positive number or smallest positive number from this and this number. 86. This is largest number as compared to this number. So this is least positive number, and this number lies in S1 row. So S1 row will be key row and X2 column will be key column, and this element 3 will be intersection of key row and key column. And here slack variable S1 we have to replace by decision variable X2 here. And then first of all we have to represent key column and key row by highlighting. So in first iteration, key row and key columns are highlighted. Now what we have to do to go in next iteration, that is second iteration. Here in key row, this is element 0. So this column we have to take as it is in second iteration. Then this is also 0. Take this column as it is in second iteration. So x3 column and s3 column we have to take as it is in second iteration, because this is 0 appearing in key row, this 0 also appearing in key row, but this key row element lies in x3 column and this key row element lies in s3 column. So x3 and s3 column we have to take as it is in second iteration. Now move towards key column. In this key column, this is element 0 which lies in x3 row. So this x3 row also we have to take as it is in second iteration, and this key row we have to take in second iteration, dividing each element from key row by key element. So from iteration number 1 we have taken x3 column as it is, s3 column as it is, and x3 row as it is, and key row dividing each element by key element. Key element was 3. So we get these elements: -2 upon 9, 3 divided by 3, 1, 0 divided by 3, 0, 1 divided by 3, -2 divided by 9, 380 divided by 9. So this part is taken from first iteration. Now remaining elements, 5 from Z row and 5 elements from S3 row, which we have to write by using pencil in upper line. So writing the numbers in upper line, we get this simplex table. So that numbers are written by pencil in upper line. 4 - 3 0 to 940 from Z row, and from S3 row 2500 430. Okay. Now in first iteration, x2 column was key column and s1 row was key row. Slack variable s1 is replaced by decision variable x2, and in first iteration key element was 3. Okay. So dividing 3 by 3 itself, we get here 1. Now in this column we want remaining all elements 0 except this. So applying the mathematical operation, so to make this element 0, -3, its opposite number is +3. -3 plus 3 times whatever may be the operation we are using here, same mathematical operation apply in Z row. Okay, +3 into, we can write here +3, here also +3 into, here +3 into, here also +3 into. Okay, and now here we want this element reduced to 0. So 5, its opposite number is -5. So 5 minus 5 times -5 into, we can write here also -5 into -5 into -5 into -5 into. Now consider first column, this column. Key row element is -2 upon 9. We can write here -2 upon 9. Here also -2 upon 9. Now take this column. Key row element is 1. We can put here 1 and here 1. Now take this column. Key row element is 1 upon 3. So we can put here 1 upon 3 and here also 1 upon 3. Okay, one by one column we have to complete. Now minus 2 upon 9 is key row element. So we can put here minus 2 upon 9 and here also minus 2 upon 9. And here key row element is 380 divided by 9. So 380 divided by 9. Here also 380 divided by 9. Now use calculator and calculate the values and put that values. This value you have to put here, this value here, this value you have to put here, this here, as well as this value put here, this value here, this value put here, this value put here, this value put here, like this. Okay, means we have to use calculator. Now after calculation by using calculator we get these values: 10 upon 3 here, 0 here, 1 here, 4 upon 3 here, and 3200 divided by 3 here. Okay, now in S3 row after calculation we get 28 divided by 9, 0 here, minus 5 upon 3, here 10 upon 9, and in last RHS column 1970 divided by 9. Okay, and this is iteration number 2. Table is completed. Now we have to find out key column. Before that, concentrate on all the elements lying in zth row. Okay, here in zth row no one element is negative, all elements are positive. So process stops here because from zth row we have to find out most negative number, but zth row contains no negative element. So process stop here, and this is last iteration of simplex table. Okay, and from this table we can find values of decision variables and objective function z. Value of z will be from this RHS column. Z is equal to 3200 divided by 3. Value of decision variable x2 will be 380 divided by 9. Value of decision variable x3 will be 156.67. Okay, in this way decision variable and objective function, its value we can write as a result. X1 is not there, so x1 is equal to 0. X2 is equal to 380 divided by 9. X3 is equal to this value 156.67, and objective function z, its value 3200 divided by 3, and this is final answer. Okay, in this way we can solve problems on simplex method. Let us stop here. Thank you all. Thank you for watching this video. Thanks a lot. If you like this method of solving problem, or if you like this video lecture, then please share this video lecture in your friends, like and subscribe this channel. Thanks.